You do not need to take steroids to get jacked or to have a good physique. In fact, I think you should completely stay away from all types of PEDs. I have been training for 11 years. I've been taking my training, my diet, my recovery seriously for over 11 years now in the most humble way possible. Like, I have a pretty good physique. I have an above average physique, and I am completely natural. So I am living proof that you don't need steroids to get a good physique or to be strong or to be healthy or to have a six-pack year-round. You don't need it. You need consistency. You have to train, you have to eat, you have to sleep. Not just for a week at a time, not for a month at a time, for an extended period of time, for years. Steroids, PEDs just enhance what you already have. And I'll cover the mental health aspect of it as well as the physical health. But physically, right now, if I were to start blasting whatever types of drugs, by the way, I am not the most educated person when it comes to PEDs. I could definitely use some education, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything there is to know, because I don't. I'm still learning, but I do have opinions on what I do know. And if I were to start taking something, 100% chance I would be way bigger, way shredded, way more vascular. Like, I know that for a fact because I already have a solid foundation. Whereas if I started when I was like 15 or 16, when I was just learning, good chance I would have fucking hurt myself like I did, except way worse, because I'd be using drugs to enhance it. And that's just the physical aspect of it. On top of that, like, what people don't understand is it's not something you just take once or twice and then boom, you're set for life. It's something you have to keep up with. It's like an allergy pill. You don't just pop one Zyrtec and then you're set for the rest of your life. Like, you gotta take that shit daily, forever. My whole point is, you're gonna have to take it for forever, basically. And it's gonna have more and more negative consequences on your physical health. I've been in the bodybuilding industry for, I don't know, maybe like, when I moved here, for four or 5 years. I know so many people who take this shit all the time. It is a pain in the ass. It's a hassle. And I've talked to a lot of people who regret ever doing it for the reasons I listed and other reasons I'll go into in a little bit. So there's the physical aspect, there's the daily inconvenience, the tediousness, and the mental health aspect. I think a common drug that everyone knows is tren. That one fucks your brain up. It fucks your brain chemistry. If you have any type of mental health issues to begin with, suicidal ideation, depression, anxiety, PTSD, like anything like that, it will enhance what's already there. Similar to it enhancing your foundation physically, it will enhance what's already there. So if you have anger issues and you start taking these drugs, you are going to be even more of a psycho than you already are. You're not going to feel good physically or mentally from it. You're going to be angry and tense all the fucking time. If something falls over, you're going to freak the fuck out. If someone cuts you off in traffic, you're going to freak the fuck out. There's tons of instances of these famous people who are on a plethora of drugs, and they have a bunch of head traumas too, it's mixed. But they're on a plethora of drugs, steroids, and they end up snapping and murdering their fucking family and then killing themselves. Like, is that really worth it just to be a little bit more jacked than being natural? Is that worth it? There's some people who are just great, super happy, zero issues at all, and they take these drugs and they're fine. They're just good people, happy people. That's awesome. I know a few of them as well. But I would consider them outliers. There's the average group of people, and then there's the outliers. Okay? The average, like, this is the majority, the average. So the select few people, I'm not referring to them. The mental health aspect thing is real. And I want to elaborate more on, like, the craziness. I do mean angry, but I don't just mean getting angry. Like, I know people with severe, like, mental health issues, depression and shit, who have taken tren and, like, fucking just other types of PEDs. The fact they're still alive is a blessing because of the dark fucking holes they went into, because their brain chemistry is literally altered from these drugs. So those thoughts and feelings that they already had about hating themselves and hating their lives and all these feelings, they're just enhanced with all these PEDs. And Trent, I brought that one up because that's the most common one. That's the one I hear of the most. Like, it makes people a fucking psycho. I have a friend who, you guys probably know who it is. I'm not going to say his name. We had a conversation on the Stairmaster while he was on Trent, prepping for the Mr. Olympia, or the show leading up to the Mr. Olympia that qualified him for the Olympia. I forget which one. He was on Trent, and he told me, he's like, dude, like, I have zero fucking emotion. He's like, you know what apathy is? I don't give a fuck. Like, I have no emotion. He's like, I hate it. That's my least favorite part about this drug. I was like, damn, okay. Like, I had no idea it impacts people that way. But that's a real thing. And I look into it, and it turns out that's how a lot of people are impacted. Like, is that really worth it? Is that worth being a miserable fuck? Is it worth being depressed? Is it worth being angry and a psycho? There's another dude who, again, went to my gym, who physically fucking hit his girlfriend and was, like, stalking her. And he got arrested for it. And it was because of the trend. Like, he's not a bad dude. I don't know him super well, but these stories are endless. These drugs, they just change a person. They also enhance what's already there, but they change. You get what I'm saying? To expand a little bit more on this, I've had brief interactions with, like, a lot of people. I've been to a bunch of different gyms around here, just striking conversation, making friends, whatever. And people, like, oftentimes if I have a good pump, like, people are surprised I'm natty. It is what it is. But we talk about it, and then it just leads into drugs. And there's been so many people who are like, yeah, dude, when I was like 20, 21, 22, I started taking like this, and this, and it fucked my shit up. Like, I have to be on TRT for the rest of my life. My body hurts. Like, I have these issues inside. I got this and this. And they're like, yeah, if I could go back, I wouldn't do it. Like, I regret doing it. I didn't know what I was doing. I wanted to be big, blah, blah, blah. I should have been patient with it. And it's the same stories every time. Very rarely do I hear people say, like, yeah, I'm super glad that when I was a teenager or when I was 20, I started taking steroids. Again, like, there's outliers, there's unique cases, but it's rare. It's not the majority of people. And chances are, you watching this video, you listening to this, you're not an outlier. I'm not saying that to attack you. It's probably the truth. Like, you're not an outlier. So you have to consider, are all the cons worth it? Like, do the pros outweigh the cons? And I guess, yeah, take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm one dude. Like, I don't know everything. I'm just sharing my experience. Another point I want to discuss in this is the fitness industry. I think nowadays the fitness industry is fucked, which I could probably make a separate video about that. Just the people, the clicks, how fake everybody fucking is. In terms of steroids, we see these influencers, like these big influencers, like Sam Sulik, Trent Twins, fucking Nick Walker, all these, who I'm not talking shit about them at all. They are severely enhanced and they are abnormally fucking huge. They are outliers. And then you have these younger kids, their fans, their followers, looking up to them thinking, oh my God, I want to be like Nick, I want to be like Sam, I want to be huge and cool. I need to start taking steroids. He's on trend, I need to take trend. And they're teenagers, so they start taking these fucking drugs because they don't know any better. And then these people, I was going to call them freaks, that's rude. These people are praised for taking these drugs and for getting huge. And that's all they do, is drugs and size. And again, I'm not bashing them, but they're praised for it. They are rewarded for it. And if you have people looking up to that, they're going to think that's what it takes to get praised and rewarded. So they're being wrongly influenced. Like, we're rewarding the wrong behaviors, in my opinion. And I'm not judging Sam or Nick or Trent Twins or any one of these influencer content creators or bodybuilders or anything like that. Like, they are individuals. They can live their own lives. Like, that's totally fine. If they're happy and they're doing what they love and all that shit, that's fine. But there's such a big negative impact on the world around them from what they're doing. And I'm not saying it's their fault. I don't know if it's fair to blame anyone or anything, actually. I think social media is a big thing. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram is a huge thing. That's partly why I'm doing this right now, hoping I can reach people and have some sort of impact and hopefully save a life or two from doing this shit. But I'm getting super sidetracked. My whole point is, These influencers who are on drugs and just fucking huge, whether they're doing it intentionally or not, they are influencing younger people and older people to take steroids when these people have no idea what that even fucking means. They've worked out for a month, they're not huge, so they're like, oh, okay, well I'm not huge because I'm not taking steroids. Let me take fucking steroids. And they fuck themselves up for life. Their endocrine system is fucked. They are so underdeveloped. There's going to be so many negative consequences for them, and it's not going to be worth it. And then they're just going to have mid physiques. They're not even going to reach their goal. The steroids doesn't like get you the physique. Like, you still have to work out every single fucking day. You still have to eat every single fucking day. You still have to be super consistent every day. And the moment you're not consistent, like the steroids, you don't just put steroids into your system and then boom, you build muscle. Boom, you're jacked. It doesn't work like that. Like I said at the start of this, it enhances what's already there. These influencers are essentially like, not the ones I named, a few others are promoting the use of PEDs for fame and money. And that is actually fucked up. I have one specific example I can think of who we follow each other on Instagram. We were close at one point. We're not close anymore. I won't bring his name up, but he's a different fucking person now. I met him. He had 900 followers. He's at like 300K now. And he literally got there from working hard, posting consistently. Amazing for him. Like, great job. But his page, like who he is or who he was, he is not the same person on his Instagram. It's like two different fucking people. And all he does is post videos of himself fucking pinning and doing all sorts of drugs. And people look up to that shit. He's promoting these unhealthy fucking habits. And it irks the fuck out of me because people look up to him and they take that shit seriously. And they're risking their health because they look up to this guy they don't even know. People like that, it's examples like that that make me want to even talk about this. Because that's the bad shit. I have another example. There's this 17-year-old, he might be 18 now, who went to my gym, like my old gym. I switched gyms. We've had a couple conversations. He's been taking he's done Tren, he's done TRT, I don't know what the fuck else. Since he was 14, that's when he first started using shit, 14. Because he has siblings who did it, and the gym he went to, like they were all doing it, and he just wanted to do it. He wanted to get big and do it. His body is so fucked right now. Like he kind of knows it, but he's just so young and naive, he doesn't give a fuck. In years down the road, he's going to suffer from it. It's just so crazy to me. I feel so bad for the dude, but also he's so like arrogant in his own way. He's like, nah, like it's fucking, like it's shit like that. It just blows my mind. People just have no idea what they're doing. They look something up on ChatGPT, they see someone on Instagram, and they think they're fucking doctors. They think they know it all and have it all figured out. But they don't. And I know I'm talking a lot of shit here about steroid use and abuse. There are some positive. Actually, before I get into that, similar to alcohol or weed or other drugs or porn or sex, steroids can be used as an unhealthy way to cope with internal problems that aren't being dealt with. Like alcohol, that's a super easy one to use. I have done this before, so I'm not coming at anyone. I have abused the fuck out of alcohol because I did not want to face my problems. I hated feeling so uncomfortable with myself in life that I would just get hammered and party. And I would escape. I would escape my reality for a little, but it doesn't go away. It eventually comes back up. Steroids are the same fucking thing. Bodybuilding itself is so unhealthy, and a lot of people bodybuild and abuse steroids to cope for unhealthy reasons. And I would feel like an asshole if I didn't say that I probably started training and still do train sometimes to cope with shit. But I think that's a healthier outlet than abusing drugs or alcohol or steroids or anything like that. But that's besides the point. All of this to say, if the abuse of steroids is really what's going on, you have more to worry about. You have more to work on. Like, you have shit internally you have to work on. That steroids, that no amount of muscle, no amount of one IFBB Pro shows will get you. You won't figure that shit out. In years down the road, it's going to come back up. You can push it down now for as long as you possibly can, but eventually it's going to come back up. Emotions don't show up to stay in, they show up to get out. So if they show up and you just inject and push weight, or you drink, or you jerk off, or you this or that, they don't go away. They just get stored somewhere else in your body until something else triggers it, and it comes out, comes out, comes out, comes out. And that is when the people kill their fucking families or themselves in those extreme examples. But if it doesn't come out in that extreme, maybe you punch a guy, maybe you scream in traffic, maybe you fucking bawl your eyes out, or you name it. I'm talking a lot of shit about this. I believe in it. I'm passionate about it. It's a real fucking thing. It's like, it's not my identity. It is my brand in a way, but it's not just a brand. Like, it's something I care about. It's true. It's true to my core. I believe in the health aspect of it. Now, I guess to wrap this up, I'll say maybe something a bit more positive. There are some people who thrive on these drugs. Like, they got good things going for them. They are passionate about bodybuilding. They've put in the work for years, either natural or they just know that bodybuilding is their life. And they take these drugs and it's fine. It works out perfectly for them. Maybe they don't really have health concerns. They do it properly with a doctor or a trained specialist like coach or someone like that. And they do it the right way. They do their own independent research as well as get advice and coaching and guidance. And they see great success. And that is so fucking phenomenal for them. That is so great. Again, I'm considering them as the outliers. I don't mean to category every single person who's ever injected anything into themselves into this one category. Or I don't mean to categorize them into this one category. Again, most people, the average, we have the outliers and we have the average person. I've been speaking about the people in here, not the outliers. Not the Jay Cutlers, not the fucking C-bums. Who knows what Jay Cutler and C-bum are going to be like. Even, dude, Arnold, he had to have a heart transplant. Come on, you don't think that's from all the PED use? It is. Way back in the day. But fortunately, he has the money to fucking do it. So like I said, take all this shit I'm saying with a grain of salt. I will die on this hill. You don't need steroids to get jacked. You might need to take them to get to the next level. If you want to be an IFBB Pro, if you want to be a Mr. Olympia, yeah, you gotta enhance. But you don't need it. If you want to have a physique, a good physique, a six-pack, be lean, have some muscle, like, you don't need steroids. You need consistency. You need training. You need nutrition. You need sleep. You need the basics. You need the very basics. And you have to be consistent with it. You need consistent training, consistent diet, consistent sleep for years. As a natural, a noob, a beginner can put on like 20 pounds of muscle in a year. Someone who's already been lifting, already has some muscle, like 5-10 pounds in a year, that's a lot. That's strictly muscle. I'm not talking about weight gain, I'm talking strictly muscle. This shit takes time. So you either have some patience, take a few years, and actually put in effort during those years, or you fuck up your physical health, you fuck up your mental health, you get a bunch of acne, you have a small dick, maybe fuck up your voice, maybe or maybe not fuck up your sex drive, have to be on TRT for the rest of your life, all to get like a mid physique. Just don't take shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. Just have some fucking patience. Do things the right way. But you have to figure out what's a priority for you. Are you willing to accept the consequences of your actions, whether positive or negative? I guess nothing's positive or negative because stuff keeps happening. Anyways, you have to decide for yourself. I think that ends my rant. I don't know if there are any other points I missed, but if you disagree with anything I said, that's absolutely fantastic. Please respectfully let me know in the comments. I am open to hearing new perspectives. I am firm on my beliefs, but I am open to hearing perspectives. And if you make a compelling enough argument, maybe you could change my mind. I highly fucking doubt it. I don't think you will change my mind, but it's not impossible. I'm definitely open to talking about this with people. But here's the thing, if you have an opinion, please back it up with some data or experience or something. Don't just make a random fucking claim that clearly shows you don't know what you're talking about, because I won't acknowledge that, you know? people these days. That's all I got. If you made it to the end, if you watched and listened to all of this, good for fucking you, and thank you. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you could subscribe, that'd be fucking amazing. And if you could follow me on Instagram, even though I'm shadow banned, NattyJoshFit, and on TikTok, NattyJoshFit. That's it.